Hi there Wargamers, Dan, DeathBringa Cain here, bringing you another unboxing. This time it's the starter set, well the new starter set, even with a big sticker, from Warlord Games for their game Beyond the Gates of Antares. And I have no idea why I did that, but it just seems like one of those names that it thinks it requires an epic voice. Anyway, we've got Strike on Cara 9. I think that's what it says down there. Anyway, we've got a nice, but let's zoom in on this artwork. Nice little battle scene. Bit far-fetched with how close everyone is, but I don't know. What do I know about the far future? Anyway, let's have a look around the other side. So we've got some Algorians there, some Concord drones, Concord troops, and other stuff you can get. So a quick look at the back of what's inside. So we've got Concord stuff, Algorian stuff, and a broken shrink wrap to easy access. Templates and dice, so let's crack it open. We're not here to look at boxes, we're here to look at what's inside the box. Well, I think that's the easiest one I've ever had of it. Things have been unboxed in there. So, box open. What do we get inside? We've got a nice full colour rulebook. Nice and condensed there. Ooh, got to turn the box around. Ooh, a start here booklet. That's nice and chunky. Nice and colourful. Ooh, a painting guide. That's a nice touch. Ah, we've got some terrain. Not perforated. You tight gits. Not that I'll be using anyway. A quick reference guide, which is always good. Ooh, and a ruler that I have to cut out as well. Perforations, guys, perforations, please. Because it's cheaper to buy a tape measure than it is to buy a pair of scissors. Well, last time I checked. So we've got some nice little bag of order dice. Nice bit of bag of D10s and D6 and D4s, and even the funky D3 dice, which I think is really funky. Yeah, so it works the same with a D4, which is quite strange. Anyway, that's nice of that. And D6 with numbers on, which I don't know why, but I don't like it. I like pips, but I know you can't do. But then again, I'm fine with it on my D4s, my D3s and whatnot. So I don't know why it bothers me on a D6. So we've got a little catalogue of what else Warlord do. We've all got the internet, so we don't need that. So what else have we got? Ooh, interesting flight stands. And some sprues. So I'm just going to quick sort out these sprues. I'll be back in a second to delve closer into this, and we'll have a closer look. So back in a second, guys. Right, guys, just a quick note before we go into the models. There's another sheet of terrain here. I'm really not impressed by that, guys, but that's just me. Probably been a bit snobby, but then again, it does look a bit. I'm used to being spoiled by stuff like that from nice thick cardstock. But you do get a nice gaming mat slash poster. So nice little craggy wasteland type thing. Some broken stony area at the top there. And what looks to be a blown up version of the box art. So that's a nice touch for those who've already got a gaming table. And let's see if we can fall that back. Anyway, guys, back onto the miniatures. Right, guys, I'm going to have a quick look at the Concord stuff first. 2 sprues of this. So let's have a even further tighter zoom so you can see what's going on. We've got some nice guns there. Torsos. What looks to be I've no idea. Gun pouches and canteens or something like that. It's either the front or the back of the bodies. It's the back, sorry guys. Some nice legs that don't require any assembly, which is it's always good. It's a nice 5 different distinct pairs there. Interesting halo looking gun. Reminds me of some there, but part of the drones, and what's to be looks like a big gun for the drones. So that's nice. We get 2, so you get 2 sprues of that to make 10 guys, and I think it's 2 drones. Have a quick look at the back and see what it says. Oh, so it's 6 drones on that sprue there. Well, in total, even should say it's a 3 in each. Next, we're going to have a quick look at the Algorians, which is my faction of choice, which is the reason I was quite pleased with this one. And something I'm quite happy about. You don't have to put bare heads on. Me being one of those people who likes to have armoured guys armoured. So we've got some nice backs, sorry, I should say. And torso sections. Some nice dynamic posing. Interesting looking guns. More legs. Yeah, it's interesting. Don't know what they remind me of, those guns. So we've got that. Some more guns. I think that's part of a drone there. For the AI squad, which I always used was artificial intelligence at first, but then it's actually armoured infantry. But so, guys, next we've got the template sprues of what I'd call this. Nice 2-inch. Is it 2-inch? I haven't got a 2-inch hand, but it looks probably a 2-inch template or 1.5. Probably 3-inch across. Interesting wavy templates. A pair of those, and some things here which ironically on the camera is coming out very clear. Actually it's not actually, these are all actually got different symbols on, so I think a bit of paint on these would be in order to help them stand out for what actually each one is. Right then, lastly, let's have a quick look on the this sprue, the pin marker sprue. 12 it looks like you can make up here from this sprue, which is good. So you can actually get lots of markers. You can't actually see it from this on the camera probably. Oh, there you can. Just we've got the numbers. Is it 1 to 10? Oh, 1 to 12 rather. So you can use these as a little pointer. Because we've got a little arrow on one side. So that'd be nice. But again, they could benefit from a bit of painting the numbers, which is quite easy. Just run painting and then just rub it off what's on top of your fingers. Okay, guys, I'm going to go away and build some of these lot, and we'll be back in a bit once I've built the miniatures and we'll have a quick look at them. Okay, guys, back in a second. Right, guys, I've managed to get the models, well, some of the models assembled. I've gone for a sprue of each from the 2 factions involved. So we'll start off with the Concord models. I'll show you the 5 I've put together. Well, not counting the drones. So I've got first guy here with one of the plasma carbine rifle, a bit of a running pose. Now the one thing I find about the Concord models is I don't know if these sprues are old or it's just a poor copy or something like that, but the detail did seem a bit lacking. Maybe it was just a bit not as crisp as it could be. I do like the very fact you didn't have to go with an open helm, so I've gone for this guy with a helmet on, the squad leader. Unfortunately, your posability is quite limited on these ones because of how they go together, which is a bit of a downside, unfortunately. Sorry, excuse me, put my arm across there. So we've got these squad support weapon. This one's a bit of a bugger to put together. It didn't seem to make any sense to me, but sure, I'm just bodging it or something like that. I mean, it's not that the models are quite nice enough. It just it seems that I don't know. Maybe the mold's getting old and they really need to refresh it or something. They could look nicer, I think. So that's them. We'll get a quick look at the drones. So we've got two on the sprue. You get two of these little, I think these are spotter drones. Let's put one little stand to so show you. Which is a nice mechanic I like in the game, of the things I've seen. So we've got the support drone. Now you'll notice there's something missing on this one. The guns are nicely mouldable. Although in the starter set it doesn't tell you what because we've got this support drone here. Maybe it's a different unit type with a different rule or something like that, but you also get on the sprue with the instructions of how to put it together in the box, but you don't get the instructions about what this weapon actually does. No, it's not going to stay in now, I've said it. Of this weapon or this, whatever this is. So left that off in case I decide to do the other one. Next one's the Algorians, however they're pronounced. So I've gone with 5 of these. Now these ones did seem a lot nicer and a lot more posable than the Concord models. Obviously the guns are set up in paired arms, so we've got the leading model here with like the special weapon there. I'm not too happy with this arm. It looks a bit naff to me, but oops. So you got another one there. Another running pose with weapon down, and run and gun in there. I do like the aiming down the sights pose. Now I do like the Algorian plastics. Haven't been used to the matte ones. I have from ones. Excuse me. Their little futuristic grenade launcher type thing here. And then we've got the Algorian spotter drone. Nice and interesting and weird for him. It almost looks like an Algorian head. So that's the models. Now get onto the meat of the subject, which is something I'm not very impressed about this set, is this rulebook. Now there's something distinctly missing that's in the big rulebook that's not in this one, and that would be the force lists. Now don't get me wrong, in the set you get this nice little booklet about with a little mini campaign in it of how to get you playing the game, slowly introducing rules to you. It does have the stat lines for the units included in the box, but we don't have any points let's say so you can have an idea what you've got, play around with things. And also in here there's no faction lists, so there's absolutely no room for expansion from this starter set. So what does that make this? Good value for money, don't get me wrong there. Coming in at just under £30 for your independent retailers, 35 from the actual Warlord themselves, or somebody don't do a discount. But you then you've got a rule book, which I know it contains all the things you need to learn how to play the game, but you've got no stat lines. Now I understand that the things like bottle action have gone for an army book type approach like Games Workshop does, which is fair enough. That's one way to go, and that's sort of fair play to them doing that. But they haven't done this with this game. They've gone for the list in the back of the book in the hardback version, which you get with the other starter set, which is twice the price of the starter set, which is probably mainly the reason I got this one. Because plus I'm not a big fan of huge hardback books for my rule books. Too heavy, whereas I like something lightweight like this. Now, while it may be good value for money because you get a lot of miniatures for your £30, I think it was at 25. You get 15 Algorians and 10 Concord, and all those drones that go with them. But the thing you're lacking is room for expansion. You've got no way to go with forward, and no way to grow your force, which is something I think is a big mistake on Warlord's part. If they're including the arm listing and saying like, or suggestions like, buy this next. I mean, if you only ever intend to play with the models you get in the box, and fair play, it's good for that. It's a nice little compact game if you're doing that. And if you want to do that with just your 25 models, and I've done. But if you're like me and you want to build an army and have a largish game on a 6v4 table, you're stuck, because I'm now in a situation where I've bought this starter set, I've got a rulebook, and now I have to go buy another rulebook because I've no armour list for all the other models I've got. It may be me just being bitter, but it's something worth bearing in mind. I mean, it's maybe worth some pointing out is this set and the rulebook, the hardback rulebook, I think, which it retails at £30. That's 65, and the other starter set is 70. So you might as well go for that one instead. Just leave this one well alone, unless you're just buying it for the miniatures, or you've already got a rulebook and you want this. Which I'm sure there might be a fair few of these turn up on eBay soon, as people find out they're not as useful as the other books. You don't have the reference for your units in there. But anyway, that's my take on this little Beyond the Gates of Antares, which to be honest I was quite excited about, and now I'm actually a bit bitter about. I still have my D3 dice, but is that enough to make me continue to want to play this game? Now I've actually realised I'm having to pay more money to continue to play with a bigger army. Well, anyway, that's my thoughts. Drop your comments below, guys, what you think. Do you think this is a good starter set? Do you think it's a good set of miniatures for two players just to split amongst themselves or whatever? I mean, that's a good way you could do it. It's a cheaper way to get your miniatures, because I think 10 Algorians comes in at 20 quid, and they're for the separate plastic set. So so you get more pin markers and whatnot. So I suppose it's good for that. But anyway, drop your comments below, guys. I'm going to stop rambling and ranting. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like if you liked it. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. But if you can tell me why you didn't like it, let me know, so I can change it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and happy wargaming.